Jared Goff's clutch. Let's go, bro. 5 touchdowns. Jesus. And the NFL scripted with that Vikings-Bengals game, guys. Let's go. Here is the what is called Saturday Showdown recap. All 3 of the games. Let's go.
Pressured, throws it deep, and the ball is caught by T. Higgins at the 1-yard line. And it's actually called a touchdown. Implications abound. It is time for Saturday Showdown. Exclusive triple header action on NFL Network kicks off with the Vikings and Bengals. Browning on second has Chase wide open, and he makes the one-handed grab inside the 25. And the Bengals have the first points of the game. Late to the party for the Bengals as he's trying to find the right defensive alignment. Hand off to Chandler, spins, and he is in. The signals, just gets it off before the play clock expires, and Browning's going deep downfield for Charlie Jones. He had him, and just past the fingertips of the rookie. Mullins throws it across the middle, and the ball is picked off by Hilton. Mike Hilton. Mullins looking down the middle of the field for Addison. He's got him inside Bengals territory, inside the 30, and the little man muscles his way down to the 25. Pressured again, and he gets dropped by B.J. Hill. Did he lose the ball on top of it? The refs say yes. It is a turnover. 3rd and 9. Mullins just gets the snap away. Pressured again. Throws it off his back foot. Caught. It's caught by Addison. He's going to go all the way in for a touchdown.
Continue to move the ball down the field.
Browning looks, throws, and that ball is picked off by a Caleb Evans. And he has now made 50 straight inside the 40. Joe Mixon in the backfield. Browning looks, throws to the end zone. Higgins, touchdown! Cincinnati! Mixon next to him. Mixon gets it, gets popped. Second effort is into the end zone for a touchdown. Mullins has it picked off. Pratt makes the move, and it gets into the end zone.
Defense number 91. 5-yard penalty. Repeat second half.
It's Chandler again. He's got a hole inside the 20, the 10, and Chandler down to the goal line, and he's going to throw it. Mullins, plenty of time, rolls out, throws it back across his body. It's caught by Addison for a touchdown. Browning looking, pressured, throws it deep, and the ball is caught by T. Higgins at the 1-yard line. And it's actually called a touchdown. Chandler in the backfield. And it's Powell again, and Mullins does not get there. A second shove doesn't get it done.
Does not get it done, and they go to the same.
Browning flush, throws it downfield. The ball's caught by Boyd. Keeps his footing inside the 30. Cuts inside the 20, the 15, and the Bengals have. The snap's good, the hold is good, and the Bengals have come back to beat the Vikings in overtime.
And with that, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Fun NFL. Of course, please like and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoy the 2023 NFL Network Saturday Showdown Triple Header Recap. Yeah, that's a mouthful. But we had 3 games going on. The first one was at 1 o'clock between the Bengals and Vikings, and the Bengals were able to come on top in overtime with a 14-point fourth quarter comeback effort. 27-24 was the final score. They've now won 3 straight games. And they basically have I won't say win or go home game, but a very big game next week on another Saturday game, ironically, in Pittsburgh. But we'll get to Pittsburgh later as well. But huge win for them. Came back, showed their resiliency in a game they should have won in the first place. But hey, they got it done. Vikings, on their hand, they fall to 5-7-7. They have now lost 3 out of their last 4, something like that. But they didn't look completely bad in this one. They got the Lions next week at home. If they win that one, they should be able to have a really good shot at making the playoffs. But we'll never really know about that, especially with how the Lions are looking right now. But yeah, they have a big game next week too. Really unfortunate they lost this game with those basically three blown leads. Nick Mullins, I'm sorry, bro. I can't take him seriously. But actually, when he threw the football, he was really good over the middle, like lethal. Second, third read, he was really good getting to that. When he was under pressure, he was crap. He had like 3 or 4 passes there, but the offensive line did a great job for him. So this first interception was really bad. He should have just thrown the ball away in the first place there. The second one, I mean, he kind of just got baited on that one, I'm going to be completely honest there. But 26 to 33, 303 yards as well. Looking at the running game, though, Ty Chandler was awesome with basically 6 yards per carry. He had some really big runs. Did a really good job with 132 yards as well as a touchdown. They didn't really run the ball with anyone else, but it didn't really matter because of how good he was. Receiving-wise, Jordan Addison in his best game of his career, of course, of his season so far as a rookie. Of course, the first touchdown was really impressive. Of course, 36-yarder catch and run to the house. Really good yak yardage play. The second one, again, was kind of ridiculous, but he did get in the end zone. Justin Jefferson, 7 for 84. He was pretty good. Again, he got triple teamed the whole game, though. T.J. Hawkinson is a very frustrating guy to cover for anybody, 6 for 63 in the game. And also the offensive line had a clinic. What is it called? For the defense, though, Cam Bynum wasn't great in coverage, but he did have 9 tackles. Ivan Pace Jr. really struggled to get in coverage, especially in man-to-man, but he did have 9 total tackles. Byron Murray Jr., I really don't know what to say about him. He just got a little frustrating. Josh Metellus, Daniil Hunter, and what is it called? DJ Wan were really good. Josh Metellus, of course, is in the secondary, but he was basically just playing linebacker in this game. Caleb Evans also their one of their interceptions. The other one, I don't know, like, why is he in there? He isn't here, but whatever. John Blard also had a sack. And Greg Joseph hit his field goal for the Bengals. Jake Browning was overall pretty good. 29-42, 24 touchdowns. The interception was pretty bad. He just threw that right there. They didn't really try to run the football too much because, again, they were down. But Jake Browning did come up big in this game. Of course, now he's 3-1 as a starter, which is really impressive. First quarterback since at least 1950 with 1,000 passing yards. In like 8 touchdowns or 10 touchdowns, something like that. No, I think it's 8 touchdowns in his first, or 70% completion percentage in his first 4 starts. So that's really good for you, bro. Receiving wise though, Jamar Chase got injured, but he was really their only big guy until T. Higgins came onto the scene. He had 2 massive touchdowns. The second one was crazy. The first one was really nice too, but the second one obviously he mossed. I think that was I think was that Andrew Booth Jr. It was him or it was what's it called? It wasn't Cam Bynum. He beat him in the first one, but they then, of course, extended. That was a great touchdown. Tyler Boyd, of course, had the game-clinching catch. And Tanner Hudson also had 5 for 50, if you didn't know. Running defensively, I don't really have much to say because their secondary did a terrible job. What is it called? Covering the middle. Like, Mike Hillen had his worst game of the season despite his interception. Shinobi Awuzie was basically just playing inside leverage the whole game and still couldn't get anything done. Dax Hill, of course, was good in the red zone, but also struggled over the middle. Their pressure was a little inconsistent despite Trey Anderson's 1.5 sacks and also setting the franchise record with 15. Miles Murphy has like 2nd sack in the season. Good for him. Outside of that, though, I mean, again, this defense was a little inconsistent, but they did stuff them on the 3rd and 4th down play. Of course, the Vikings should have just gave that thing to Ty Chandler. Of course, they had 143 yards on the ground. The Bengals only had 80. They also outgained them by nearly 50 yards, something around there. As well, both teams were very even. This was a down-and-throat game. But you look at it, of course, this is where deja vu comes in. The Bengals knocked off the Vikings 27-24 in that season opener back in 2021. I guess they just took the script and modified it a little because, the Vikings turned it over in overtime like they did back with Dalvin Cook fumble back in 2021, and the Bengals took it down the field into the game-winning field goal. Same exact thing happened for the Vikings back in 2021. So, exact same score too. So, yeah, maybe a little bit of a script, but of course, big win for the Bengals. All right, for this Vikings offense, Nick Mullins popping off in the 4th quarter. He was decent in the 4th quarter, to be completely honest, but it didn't really matter because, of course, they coughed up that lead offensively. I'll give them 2 pluses because I do like what I saw. They were much better than they've been the past couple weeks, but again, they struggled on those 3rd and 4th down situations. Defensively, though, make Jake Browning run around on quick reads when it takes the first option away. They did that really well. Have a linebacker delay on the screen? No, they didn't do that. What is it called? Chase Brown did have some nice plays there, and 2+ pressures per drive. They got a decent amount of pressure on him. I'll be honest, I think they did a good job there, but obviously they just did not do a great job on the corner spots. Again, on the boundary, they just got completely beaten up there. Defensively, though, I don't know. I'll probably give them a minus. I don't think they were terrible. No, honestly, 2 minuses. 21 points in the 4th quarter is a little inexcusable. Time for the Bengals. Of course, they probably would have won this game if Trey Anderson wasn't offsides, but, straight up. But they did, of course, win in overtime. But offensively, run the ball down their throats in the 3rd quarter. They did that. They did not score 30+. It was close. They didn't lose, though, so I guess that's good. Of course, that big comeback effort, I'll give them 4 pluses. Wasn't pretty the whole time, but it worked. Defensively, obviously, they were not great in coverage, but, of course, Trey Anderson and Sam Hubbard were getting at the quarterback a lot. DJ Reader got hurt, so I can't really say much there. It really sucks there. And Jordan Battle, he was okay. I don't think he was great, though. He didn't really have nearly the same effectiveness he's had in the past couple games. But for this defense, I will give them a plus because, of course, they had that big third down stop. But outside of that, like as a whole defense, they really didn't play super well. That's all I got for the Bengals, guys. Let's get into the other one. Here's the highlights from the second game, which was the Steelers and Colts.
7-6 Steelers visiting the 7-6 Indianapolis Colts. A de facto playoff game made even bigger by the fact that the Cincinnati Bengals just kicked off. Wide left. Trubisky keeps it. Ball comes loose. Harris picks it up and scores. Or they're ruling him down. And it's blocked. It's blocked and it is recovered. That the replay stood as called. Trubisky to Johnson. Minshew stepping up. Trying to stay alive to throw it. He does. It's Pittman. Minshew to Moss. Moss has got room. Flag down, touchdown. Trubisky to his right. Throw back to his left for Pickens. Jump ball is picked. All 3 timeouts for Minshew. Over the middle. That is caught by Montgomery. Minshew. Over the middle. That's Montgomery. That's a touchdown from Montgomery. And the ball does appear to be loose there, Kurt.
Yeah, without a doubt. Knee comes in, knocks it free.
Shane Steichen. Leads to Minshew to the end zone. Touchdown. Mo Alley Cox. From 29 yards. Got it.
Plunge after the block punt.
31 yards. It's good. Trubisky over the middle, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by Julian Blackmon. Mason Rudolph just inserted in the game. And that's your ball game. Tulane, the 42-yarder from Gann. Adds 4 points to somebody's fantasy total.
And the Colts are able to, I guess, no, not really. They handle the Steelers really well. They 30-13, 3-score win at home, very strong showing. They moved to 8-6 off a bounce back, of course, where they lost to the Bengals last week. They got to go to Atlanta next week to really get themselves in a good spot in the playoff picture. Steelers fall to 7-7 and have a must-win game against the Bengals next week at home, also on Saturday. Looking at the playoff picture, though, for these teams, obviously the Colts massive when they moved to 8-6, but of course they are still behind the Bengals because they have the head-to-head there. Regardless of what happens, though, I think the Bills, Bills will probably get in, but the Steelers drop all the way to 10. Of course, we get the Broncos in a second as well. But yeah, they got a lot of work to do to make the playoffs. Big loss for them. Colts, though, they're still in that playoff race. Big win for them. But of course, we look at it. What it's called with the player stats. First things first. Mitch Trubisky was terrible. Yeah, he had a couple of nice throws here and there, but he was really inconsistent under pressure as usual. And yeah, his interceptions were both pretty bad. The arm punt I'm okay with, but the second one was. That one was really bad. Oh, yeah, he got benched, though, and Mason Rudolph got sacked. Running game was terrible. Najee Harris is terrible. As simple as that. Najee Harris, what is it called? Jalen Warren didn't break one tackle, but he did have a couple nice runs. Mr. Trubisky also had a QB sneak for a touchdown. Deontay Johnson really was the only guy actually getting open or making any plays. George Pickens got completely shut down despite him having a couple of big plays. Defensively, I really don't want to talk about them, guys. They got the ball rained down their throat, and they really struggled keeping Gardner Minshew in the pocket. Actually, the corners, I think, did do a good job in man. Like, both Patrick Peters and Joey Porter Jr. were able to stay on the receivers and cover them for at least 4 seconds. But TJ Watt with some coverage sacks, and Larry Ogunjobi also with a sack up the middle. That was really their only true sack in this game. It was not a great showing there. For the Colts, though, Gardner Minshew got it done. 18 of 28, 215, 3 touchdowns. Again, the running game was fantastic. Both had 2 guys run for over 65 yards. Zach Moss, of course, got hurt in that second quarter. Receiving-wise, though, Michael Pittman Jr. got hurt, but he also had 4 for 78. Of course, that big improvisation play. DJ Montgomery was a huge guy. One drive, he had a touchdown. And Mo Alley Cox also had a touchdown as well as Zach Moss. But, yeah, I wouldn't say the receivers are their best game in terms of what it's called winning their matchups, but especially if this running game helps offensive line just bully the Steelers up front. It was a really good job there. Defensively though, 10 tackles for EJ Speed. DeForest Buckner was really good. I mean, they did a great job overall. The secondary did a really good job again at when they when the to catch point, they did a really good job at knocking those footballs down. But I would say Simpson, Ebukam, and Kwity Paye could have been better overall. Simpson and Ebukam, one have sacks. One of them was a decent sack though, so I guess that's good. Matt Gay did miss 2 field goals as well. Obviously though, for the Colts, this is again last time we were home on a Saturday was against the Patriots back in 2021, so they showed another dominant game. They had nearly 400 yards total offense. Steelers only got over 200. Yeah, it was a dominant game for the Colts. 3-0 turnover ratio. Yeah, this is really bad for a Steelers fan right now. It's going to get really ugly if you don't step up right now. Time for the keys to the game grades. And for the Steelers, offensively, 10-plus points in the first half. They did actually get that. 30 unanswered, of course, for the Colts. Mitch, under 2 or less turnovers. He had 3 or something like that. And Jalen Warren breaking 160-plus yards. He didn't do that. Offensively, again, they didn't do anything after, like, that first quarter. 7 minuses. Yeah, this is bad. Defensively, make-up jumping slants. He actually did that a lot. Got burned on a couple of them. But outside of that, he did do a decent job. DeMonte Casey was bad. He didn't do a good job against the run. He really did not do a good job covering, Mo Alley Cox. And they did double Michael Pittman Jr. despite him making some plays, in the scramble drill. Defensively, I actually don't even think they played that bad. I gotta give them 4 minuses because of how bad the runs fits were and how bad Keanu Benton was at, gaining leverage pre-snap. Of course, he was really bad proactively in this game. So for this defense, again, there were some big issues, but they did do a decent job overall, in my opinion. So 4 minuses, time for the Colts. Colts offensively, of course, they took it to the Steelers up front, but find ways to get the ball downfield to either Josh or Egg. They get the ball downfield to Josh Downs. Jonathan Taylor did not play, so they did run the ball really well though. So offensively, I'll give them 4 pluses. Yeah, really solid day. Again, they scored 36 points. Not 36. I'm going to say 33. Defensively, DeForest Buckner, 90+% run defense win rate. He didn't have anything close to that. I don't think so. He actually wasn't even that good there, but he had some really nice speed power moves. Ronnie Thomas, under 90 rating against, somewhere around there. And 0 at the touchdown. No, he definitely had that. 0 touchdowns allowed in the fourth quarter. Maybe. I don't know. They definitely didn't. Defensively, that was a fantastic effort. Probably one of the best games of the season. 7 pluses. That's all I got for the Colts, guys. And now let's get into the nightcap. Yeah, Broncos and Lions. Oh, damn. Jared Goff, he's right back in that MVP race. Please win it, bro.
Evening from Detroit for the 3rd game in our NFL Network terrific triple-header. In a game with playoff implications, it's the Denver Broncos. In 1st and 10, the fake, the throw, caught by Judy. Up the middle he goes with a good fake by Dorsey. And deep down, Javon's 1 and 10. Fake to Williams. Here they come up the side. It's picked up on the play. Look at the big man run. Martin downfield. Gilchrist in motion. Outside of goes Laporta. Gets by Josie Jewell to the pylon.
In the first half.
Amon-Ra St. Brown was the target there. 2nd down goal. That is caught by Gibbs. Touchdown. Against Broncos. Here they come with 5. There's the catch. A touchdown by St. Brown.
Well, very similar pass play and concept as the one they...
Wilson. And it is caught aggressively. Touchdown. You love it. Yeah. You want more of it. 1st and 10, Gibbs. Oh, like a rocket. There he goes. He gets around Surtain. In the lock. Breaks that tackle. Look at him. Goff. Laporta. Touchdown. With this quarterback. It's a Lutz field goal. Gibbs is in. 1st and 10. Laporta a block. Gibbs turns the corner. And he is in for the touchdown. No time to waste. Russ will take it himself. And it is a touchdown on the quarterback sneak. 4th and 2. Goff to the end zone. Touchdown. 3rd time to the...
They're still...
You'll be sucking like a leech.
Yeah. You can't front on that.
And the Lions exploded with a 42-17 blowout win over the Broncos. They moved to 10-4, their first double-digit win season since all the way back in 2014. It's been 9 years since then. And they also put them in position where they win next week in Minnesota. They clinch the NFC North, which would be kind of crazy. But Broncos, on the other hand, they fall to 7-7, and this is basically worst case scenario for them. But They still have three games at the end of the season where they can make the playoffs. Again, if they win out, they will make the playoffs. But in the playoff picture, they made it a hell of a lot harder considering the fact they're now at the 11 seed in the AFC. But again, if they win out, they will make the playoffs. Likely, I wouldn't say yes, but it could happen for sure. Lions, on the other hand, they're still in this 3rd seed. They're going to be there probably the rest of the year. Unless the Cowboys, lose or something. You know what? That's actually very interesting because if the Lions win out, which it could definitely happen the way they played. If they play like this the rest of the season, they could definitely win out. But if they're able to win out, or at least, yeah, they could get the 2 seed. I'm not going to say they're going to get the 1 seed. That would be nuts. The Niners would have to be but that's not going to happen. So the Niners, let's say they're going to get the 1 seed. That's very interesting, though, because the Cowboys, they could absolutely lose today. So, again, that's very interesting with that scenario because the Lions could be tied with that 2nd seed. And if they're playing the Cowboys in 2 weeks on that Saturday night before New Year's Eve. So that game could very well be for that 2 seed. So the Lions, you just got to continue to look at winning. Again, you only have 1 home game left on your schedule. The next 2 weeks, I'll be honest, will probably determine how your rest of the season goes. But this is probably your best performance of the year. So anyone saying, the Lions are frauds, which I actually said, well, they shut us up, guys. They were great in this game. Russell Wilson struggled big time under pressure in this game. He didn't really throw it away. It was just an ugly performance there. And also on 3rd down, they were bad. The running game didn't get going until the 4th quarter, which you can't really have happen, even though Russ did run for a touchdown. Jerry Jeudy was actually getting open a good amount, but again, just wasn't really making many catches. Cortland Sutton got shut down on any deep plays. Adam Troutman had 1 nice catch. It was just a bunch of guys getting targeted because no one was really stepping up in this game. Again, Jerry Jeudy was getting open, though. Defensively, they got absolutely boat raced. That's the best way I can put it. A lot of big plays. Justin Simmons even kind of gave up at some points. It was not good. Jaquan McMillan had his worst game of his rookie season. It was bad all around. No one really had that good of a game, even though Gigi Jones did have a nice sack. For the Lions, though, obviously Jared Goff, best game of his season, 24 of 34, 278, 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He didn't really miss many throws in this game. It was a clinic for him. This is the type of game that if he can, I don't know, maybe replicate it 1 more game this season. If they go to Dallas and Jared Goff balls out, he could win MVP, which sounds crazy, but it could happen. This is the type of game you don't see that very often for any quarterback, and Jared Goff showed it. Great game by him. And for fantasy, clutched up. The running game was, perfect. There wasn't any bad points. They ran it all over him. Receiving-wise, Sam Laporta casually had 3 touchdowns on 5 catches for 56 yards. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 7 for 112 touchdown. Killed me in fantasy, but whatever. And Jameson Williams also was pretty good. Josh Reynolds was really big on some 3rd down plays, as well as Jahmyr Gibbs catching a touchdown. Defensively, they didn't even have to play that well. Again, they did a great job at all 3 levels overall. Kirby Joseph was a monster, but again, with how that offense was playing, I guess great job. Team stats, though, outside of course that 1 fumble that the Martin dude for the Lions picked up, it was not good for the Broncos. Lions 50% on 3rd down. They had almost double the amount of yards per play to the Broncos. Also 185 yards on the ground. It was a clinic for them. And yeah, this was a blowout. That's all I'll put it. Time to keys to game grades. Alright, Broncos offensively, Russ for over 220 through the air. He actually got that done. Cortland Sutton only had 5 catches, and Javonte Williams not even close to 100 scrimmage yards. He struggled big time. Offensively, they couldn't keep up from the get-go. I'll have to give them 4 minuses. I mean, honestly, probably 5 minuses. Again, in this type of game where your defense gets cooked, you're going to have to, again, keep up in some form, and they weren't able to. Justin Simmons, Jaquan McMillan, 2 was forced turnovers. They didn't do anything there. Against Jaquan McMillan had his worst game of the season. Against Justin Simmons wasn't terrible, but he's got to be better than that. And they did not stop the run. So, defensively, yeah, that I got exposed. 8 minuses. Time to look at the Lions. Alright, for Detroit, 30-plus points and don't turn it over. They did both of those things. This offense, one of their better games of the season. Yes, it was at home. I don't care. 42 points is 42 points. Defensively, don't suck. They were actually really good. And Cortland Sutton, not even long touchdowns. They made it really hard on Russ to find guys open right off the bat, especially making him throw over the middle. Defensively, that was one of the better games of the year, too. 6 pluses. Very impressive performance by the Lions. And with that, that's all I got for the 2023 NFL Network Saturday Showdown Triple Header Recap. Went through all 3 games, get all of them had playoff implications. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy all the games on Sunday. We'll have the recap for that game tomorrow. And of course, the Monday Night Football preview as well for tomorrow. So, a lot of crap going on in the league right now. But those are your 3 games on Saturday. Hope you guys enjoyed the recap. And yeah, see you tomorrow for this Week 15 Sunday recap. And oh yeah, also go check out the Week 15 Sunday preview if the games haven't started yet.
10 to shoot. Lawyer on the attack, floats it up, banks it home. It's been that kind of day for Fletcher Lawyer.